Have you ever wondered what sparked the Israel-Palestine conflict? The roots of this intricate dispute can be traced back to the post-World War II era. The United Nations, in a bid to find a solution to the growing tension, decided to partition the land of Palestine into two parts. One part was earmarked for the Jewish people, thus birthing the State of Israel, while the other was for the Palestinians. This division, however, didn't go down well with both parties and became the initial trigger for the enduring conflict we witness today. Fast forward a couple of years to 1948, Israel declared independence, a move that was met with immediate resistance. A series of wars ensued between the newly formed Israel and its Arab neighbors. Each side was adamant, each side was resilient, and each side believed they were fighting for their right to exist. And so, the seeds of conflict were planted. As the years passed, the situation only grew more complex. The end of the 1948 war marked the birth of a significant issue that haunts the region to this day: the creation of Palestinian refugees. Thousands of Palestinians were displaced from their homes, their lives uprooted. This displacement, coupled with their longing for a homeland, added another layer to the already multifaceted conflict. Fast forward to 1967, the stage was set for the Six-Day War. Israel, in a preemptive strike, successfully occupied the West Bank, East Jerusalem, Gaza Strip, the Sinai Peninsula, and the Golan Heights. This military victory expanded Israel's territory, but it also fanned the flames of the conflict, as the occupied territories were home to numerous Palestinians. In an attempt to mediate, the United Nations stepped in, issuing Resolution 242. This resolution urged Israel to withdraw from the occupied territories, setting the stage for peace talks. But even the UN's intervention couldn't resolve the deepening discord. Despite numerous attempts, peace remained elusive. The late 70s saw a glimmer of hope with the Camp David Peace Accord. This historic agreement between Egyptian President Anwar Sadat and Israeli Prime Minister Menachem Begin, brokered by U.S. President Jimmy Carter, was an attempt to lay the foundation for peace in the region. However, the conflict endured. A decade later, in 1987, the First Intifada erupted. This was a widespread Palestinian uprising against Israeli occupation, a clear sign of the frustration and desperation felt by many Palestinians. Then came the Oslo Accords in 1993, another significant step towards peace. These agreements, signed by leaders Yitzhak Rabin of Israel and Yasser Arafat of Palestine, established the Palestinian Authority and set a path towards a two-state solution. Yet despite these efforts, the conflict continued. The accords failed to deliver the peace they promised, leading to an escalation in hostility and mistrust. And yet, even these steps towards resolution proved insufficient. In the new millennium, the conflict took on new dimensions. The early years of the 21st century saw the eruption of the Gaza War, a devastating conflict that wrought significant damage and further escalated the already tense situation. This war, marked by heavy bombardment and a high casualty rate, added another layer of complexity to the century-old dispute. Fast forward to the present day, the conflict persists, with new challenges cropping up alongside the old. The quest for peace is still ongoing, with diplomatic efforts being made on both sides. Yet the path to a resolution remains steeped in uncertainty, marred by political, religious, and territorial disputes. The struggle for peace in the region is not just about land or politics, but also about identity and the right to exist. Today, we continue to see the echoes of this complex history in the ongoing struggle.